Folks, welcome back. I have your latest home prices and insights for the Peel Durham region for week ending June the 1st, 2022. So much has changed out there. Attitudes have changed. Let me tell you, if you're thinking of selling right now, let me tell you what you can expect to experience if you put your home on the market for sale. Attitudes are very different than where they were a few months ago. You can go on the market, you could pick a price. The price is generally, in most cases, going to be lower, sometimes much lower than what you thought it was going to be. But you're going to go out there and you're going to think you're doing everything right, and you're going to get no showings or few showings, and you're wondering, why are we not having a ton of showings? That's what's going to be on your mind. Then you're going to meet some of the buyers that are going to say, wow, this is a great house. And you're thinking, okay, beautiful, we're going to get an offer, and there's no offer coming in. And you're wondering, they love my house, they think it's great. Why aren't they putting in an offer? This is what you're going to experience as a seller right now. Not in every case, but I'm just talking generally. This is what we're seeing that sellers are experiencing in the field these days. And buyers' attitudes have changed. The market has changed. Things are different than where they were back in January, February. The volume of people going through your door are not going to be there. And the ones that are going through, the potential buyers, they don't have the same sense of urgency that they had before. And they'll look, they'll see, they'll like it, and not necessarily come through with an offer immediately. Be prepared. Who you hire matters. Who you hire can help organize this better. You have your best chance of having a successful sale by hiring the right realtor. If you feel this video can help somebody you know, please pass it along. Let's get into the numbers. If you want to speak with me about your real estate situation, selling, buying, it's really simple. Below this video, in the description, is a link to my calendar. Click on that, book a time that's convenient for you. This way, I'll know ahead of time, and I'll make sure that I'm organized and available to speak to you about whatever's on your mind. And if you're looking for an awesome condo in the heart of Mississauga, a 2-bedroom with a huge den, modern, stay tuned to the end of this video. Okay, let's get into the numbers. I've got on the board here a quick summary. We're talking about Mississauga up here in blue, and then orange we've got Brampton, and for the Durham region we've got the burgundy line here. Prices are down. You could see where we were here and now where we are there. That's a quick summary, but let's start with Mississauga. We're going to dive deep into Mississauga and what's happening here. This is a whole year for detached properties only, broken down on a weekly basis. Now, sales last week, sales last week almost doubled from the week before. We sold 72 detached properties in Mississauga. Sounds exciting, right? Wow, we got a lot more sales than we've seen in a while. 8 of those were at $2 million or more. But look at average sold price. It's just over 1.5 million now, 1,506,000. And it's hard with a ruler if I wanted to draw a straighter line. For 4 weeks in a row now, average sold price has been coming straight down. Big difference from where we were at the peak. And compared to last year, well, let's look at that real close. Compared to last year's price, average sold price is 7% lower than what it was a year ago. So year over year, we're down 7% with average sold price. Now, last year we sold, for the same week ending June 1st, 21 properties at $2 million or more. This year, last week, we sold 8. So 8, 21, big difference year over year for the week. Well, average sold price is 7% lower than what it was a year ago. Median price is 5% higher. So there's a little bit of a difference there, but median price is not that much higher than where median price was a year ago. Median price is sitting at $1,435,000. And 3 months ago, we were at 1,680,000 or so. Now we're at 1,435. So big difference in 3 months in average sold price and in median price. When we look at sales, well, the 72 that we sold, 38% were at list price or more. So way below half now are selling at list price or more. And year-to-date sales, January 1st to June 1st, we are 37% less sales this year than what we were selling last year. So way behind in sales. Listings are 14% less this year, year-to-date. So sales went up, listings went up also, and when we combine the active listings versus what we're selling right now, months of inventory came down. Now, normally when I talk about months of inventory coming down, I'm talking about the market getting tighter. But I got to tell you, overall trend, months of inventory is going up. And usually when months of inventory goes up, average sold price is coming down, and that's what's been happening. But this is not an exact science, and it's not necessarily, exactly the same week. I'm expecting in the following weeks, months of inventory to be going back up again. It kind of gives the impression that the market is so much tighter. Let's see. I don't expect it. The 1.4, I'm still thinking that the months of inventory, there's a lot more stock out there. If we look at the average days on market, it's sitting at 12. Average sold price is coming down. This is what's going on in Mississauga now. Average sold price is way down from where we were before. Let's look at Brampton. We sold 71 detached properties in Brampton. 4 of those were at $2 million or more. Now, the 71, we have been selling over the last 2 months in the 70s and 80s. And 71, it's like just by 2 or 3 or 4 properties each week, sales have been dropping. It's now at 71. We sold, average sold price is way down to $1,261,000. Now, just to be clear, when I talk about it's way down, I'm either referring to the previous week or down from the peak compared to last year. Well, we're going to get into that in the next chart, but I'm trying to give all the different angles. I'm not biased in one way or another. I'm trying to give an overall picture. You decide what's more important to you. Is it year over year? Is it week over week? Is it comparing to the peak to now? You decide which part of this data is most appropriate for whatever it is that you want to do or not do. So 1,261,000, way down from our January, February peak of 1,600,000. Compared to last year, 1,261,000 is 10% higher than where we were a year ago. And median price is 2% higher than where median price was last year at this time. Median price for this week is sitting at 1,150,000, which is big drop from where we were the previous week with median price. And if we go back 3 months to the beginning of March, median price was sitting at 1.6. We're now at 1,150,000. Huge price drops in the Brampton region. Well, the 71 that we did sell, 42% sold at list price or more. And overall, year-to-date sales are 40% less this year than what we were selling last year, year-to-date. I stress that 40%. It's a big difference in sales year over year. Listings are 16% less listings this year than what we were listing last year, year-to-date. And months of inventory is up over the previous week. It's up at any other time during this year. It's now sitting at 1.8 months of inventory. You could see it going up. We were at the beginning of March, 0.5 months, 0.6 months. It's 3 times higher now at 1.8 months of inventory, and average days on market is sitting at 13, which is the highest on this. Well, it's one of the highest we've seen in a long time in Brampton. Let's look at the Durham region. Now for Durham, I'm using Pickering, Ajax, and Whitby as my Durham sample. There's no Oshawa numbers in here or Scugog or anything like that. No Clarington. It's just Pickering, Ajax, and Whitby. And it's detached properties only I'm looking at. So 74 detached properties were sold in the Durham region. None of those were at $2 million or more, so 0 were sold at $2 million. And average sold price has come way down from where we were the previous week, way down from the peak. It's now sitting at $1,110,000 for the average detached property that was sold between Pickering, Ajax, and Whitby. And that's for week ending June 1st. So $1,110,000 is 2% less than where average sold price was a year ago. We're starting to see this more and more. Average sold prices and median prices lower than where they were a year ago. For here, for the Durham region, average sold price is 2% lower. Median price is very, very close to where it was a year ago. It's 0.5% higher than where median price was a year ago. And median price is at $1,055,000. Just 3 months ago, the beginning of March, we were at, for median price, $1,435,000. And for median price, for average price, $1,491,000. So 1.4, 1.1, big difference in prices. Of the 74 that sold, 65% sold at list price or more. We used to be in the 90s, 90 percentile selling at list price or more. It's now 68. And year-to-date sales were 32% less sales this year than last year. Listings year-to-date are 8% less listings, and months of inventory came down a little bit to 0.9 months of inventory. Average sold price is coming down, and 0.9 the previous week was 1.2. We used to be at 1.3, 1.4. Months of inventory is way higher than we've seen in a while in the Durham region. Let's look at condos. Condos are faring this, we'll say, price reductions a lot better than the detached market. 43 condos were sold across Peel region last week. 2 of those were at $1 million or more. Average sold price went up a little bit from the previous week. It's now $667,000 for the average sold price. And at the peak, we're at $750,000. We are down from there. It's not that much. From $753 to $667 is around $80,000 difference since February. Compared to last year, average sold price is 18% higher than where we were last year, and median price is also 18% higher than where median price was a year ago. Sales year to date, 20% less sales this year than last year. Of the 43 that sold, 40% sold at list price or more. Listings are year to date 5% more listings this year than last year, and months of inventory climbed a little bit to 2.4 months of inventory. The average days on market for condos in Peel region is sitting at 22. 22 is the average days on market, and months of inventory is going up. Average sold price is coming down. Here's a quick summary. Months of inventory has gone up and down a little bit, but overall the trend, months of inventory is going up overall. Sometimes the 1 week doesn't give you the whole story. You kind of got to look at the trend. Prices are coming down. In some areas, coming down aggressively. Hey, you know what? If it makes sense for you to sell or to buy in this challenging market, I'd make sure, if I was you, align yourself with a strong realtor that could really, really help you navigate whatever it is that you want to do. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Let me introduce you to Unit 1906 at 339 Rathburn Road West. This is a big condo at 948 square feet, has 2 bedrooms, a large den, 2 full bathrooms, floor-to-ceiling window, tons of features. And the amenities here, apart from the usual, has an indoor pool, a tennis court, and a bowling alley. Check it out.